Well, hi there. My name's Anne-Marie McCormack, and I'm here to talk about Tracee's new book. It's awesome. I got my copy on Kindle. So if you don't like to have the cumbersome of having a big, heavy book, you can get it from Kindle, and it's called Conquer Your Karmic Relationships. But if you're one of those people that like to, press your pages over and highlight your text, because some of this I had to print out, it was that good because I related to it that much. I thought, man, I'm going to need to get some of this stuff. I'm going to need to print it off. So she's just amazing. She touches on stuff, and I'm thinking, you know what? That really rings true. That's where I'm at. So I want to talk to you today about your relationship with food. And I never considered for 1 minute that my past lives could hold the key for my karmic relationship and my present relationship with food. It just didn't occur to me. And I know in my last past life, I know I died in the 1940s of a broken heart. And I know I died because I didn't want to eat. I just lost interest in eating. But I never connected it with I could bring that into this lifetime. And that could be why I have an issue with food and stocking up and storing with food. So your relationship, this starts on page 30 of the book, and it's all part of the Demon Slayer book series, and this is the third book in this series, and it's Conquer Your Karmic Relationships and Heal Your Spiritual Traumas to open your heart and heal your soul. And it is a great read, so get it, okay? Your relationship with food isn't your only connection to multiple kinds of foods and recipes and meals that you will traverse in a lifetime, but it speaks to the very essence of how you relate your ability to have substance, nurturing, and safety in life. I've always had a fairly common relationship with food. That is, I've always need to have a little extra of everything just in case. Emptiness was akin to vulnerability in my mind. I've never hoarded per se. I just wanted to be sure that I wouldn't run out of anything. Certain household goods, for example, when shopping for toilet paper, I'd buy 36 rolls, even if there was only room for 6. That is typically me. I have so much toilet paper in this house at the moment, you won't believe it. I've got bleach that will probably last me for 2 or 3 months. I have cleaning items and stuff that's probably going to last me for 2, 3 months. Soap pods, everything like that for cleaning. I usually have a 2 to 3 month supply on hand with, just in case of scarcity, just in case I don't have enough money to buy it. Now, I wonder where that came from, because I've always got plenty of money, but I always have to keep stocked up. The same with canned goods. I mean, she goes on to write that she buys 12 cans of tuna just in case of an unexpected event. I got canned tuna in there. I've got big cans of beans in there, cans of tomatoes, you name it. I've got cans of it, and I very rarely eat canned food. It gets recycled a little bit, and sometimes I donate it to food banks because I don't like to eat a lot of canned food. But food is also a currency, and it's also the lens by which we see all of the currencies in our lives. The way we handle money, the way we process love, the way we feel secure, all are a result of our original relationship to food. This is also how we gauge whether there is enough for us in all our relationships and the value of our ability to receive all that we want or need. So when we understand that, it's a control mechanism. It's not just to help us survive. It's to help us value what we've got. It's to help us feel that we have enough. It's to help give us that validation. Yes, I've got 3 months supply of food. Yes, I've got a freezer. I've got all kinds of things in there, and it's full of food. And it's great. I just love it. So I didn't understand that this was something I probably brought in from a past life. Okay, so here we go. Understanding how we value this currency is an obstacle that each of us must resolve within ourselves in order to survive. Ultimately, we must match the magnificent, regenerative, restorative abilities of the physical body with the limitlessness of our spiritual connection to the light. Now, when you think about this, I always think that there's two main energies there's the energy of love, and there's the energy of fear. And when we're concerned about the scarcity of food and that we need to keep the supply stocked up in the cupboard, then we're in the energy of fear, aren't we? We're not in the energy of love. And I never really considered that keeping a kitchen full of stuff and a utility full of stuff meant that I am in fear over lack and scarcity. So I got quite a few aha moments from this. I really did. So it is definitely worth the read. I'm going to skip on a little bit because obviously we've got the relationship with food and grief. Some of us don't eat, some of us eat too much. I know when I'm upset, I tend to eat a little bit too much. It's like, you know, when that fight or flight switch has been switched on, I'll kind of stock up for a little bit. I'm an emotional eater, a comfort eater, and it brings me no comfort whatsoever, I might add. It just makes me feel miserable. And I know I'm doing it to myself. I really do. So I really have to watch my relationship with food. She goes on to talk about, Tracee goes on to talk about on page 32 about Cinnamon. And Cinnamon is a lady that really tried so hard to lose weight. Like so many of us, we want to lose weight. We want to be slimmer. We want to have those perfect bodies. We want to have that Hollywood image. Well, me, not so much anymore. I would just like to be a few pounds lighter. And we've all got those extra COVID 15 pounds, haven't we? Every one of us. I know somebody that said they've gained 50 pounds over COVID. So again, that's panic eating, isn't it? It's stress. It is stress and it is lack. And it's a case of let me stuff up on this stuff, because then if I need to survive off my reserves, the more fat I've got on me, the more reserves I can survive on. So poor Cinnamon was an emotional eater. Thankfully, I'm not as bad as poor Cinnamon. Cinnamon. She was a binge. She was an emotional eater, and she said it soothed and it quieted the demons inside her. And her weight exploded and her health deteriorated, and she felt overwhelmingly in hopelessness, and there was no way out. She had to lose more than 100 pounds in order to get herself fit again. And she was one of Tracee's patients, customers. She came to Tracee for help, and Tracee was able to help her get her relationship, get her karmic stuff in order, and get a relationship with food in balance. And I won't tell you how she did it, and I won't tell you any more about that. I will just tell you, you're going to have to read that story for yourself. It's a very interesting story, very interesting part of the book. Now, again, my name is Anne-Marie McCormack. I am an author too. I've got my Sixth Sense Connection Oracle cards. Tracee is an amazing author. Tracee Dunblazier is amazing. She has her Demon Slayer series. You can get them from Amazon, and you can get them from all kinds of mind, body, and soul stores, USA, Canada, and perhaps even worldwide. But do buy Conquer Your Karmic Relationships by Tracee. And I'm telling you now, you'll be glad you did. I gave it a great big thumbs up. I'm going to be recommending it to my people. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful